Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Matt Mayhem Show. Firstly, I want to start off and say that this is a requested video about the basics, everything basic about WWE 2K wrestling in general. This will cover I'd say this will go back as far as 2012. As far as settings, your basic controls. I've had requests for audio settings. That being said, these videos have been requested several times, and I want to apologize to my followers and fans or whatnot for not getting this video out more quickly than I did. Just a little update. I am working on getting a donate button going. And no, I'm not going to line my pockets with your money. What I would like to do is get some game giveaways going. When I reach follower goals and things like that, I would very much like to just give things away. Once the donate button is up, if you guys feel like, donating is something I did helped you out or entertained you in some way, it would be great. Just chuck 50 cents or $1 or whatever you feel like doing, and I will pour that into GameStop game giveaways and things like that for various consoles. I don't own an Xbox One, but hey, if you guys own an X1 and you'd like an X1 game given away, I will buy it and give it out. I will also be able to buy games on release a little bit easier and put up tips and videos for you guys. Now, I'll do more on the donation button later, and there'll also be a video on my YouTube when it comes out. If you guys donate, hey, thanks in advance. And again, the money will come back to you guys. A little bit of info about 2K16 and the 2K series. 2K16, 15, 14, even 13, not much has changed in the style of the wrestling game. For those of you that are curious more about me and wrestling, and my ability to play the game well and make the matches look good, I've got a lot of comments on like how do you do what you do in matches and things like that. I have helped work with the developers at 2K and Ukes to make the last couple of games, and I'm currently helping with 2K17. So no, not giving away any spoilers. I will say go to their YouTube page, the WWE 2K17 official YouTube page, and you can check that out. You can find out all the latest press releases and things like that. But what I'm going to show you today, I'll do settings again and all the basics. I'm going to cover everything that's been requested. So here we go. I just hit the any button. I don't know, do you guys have an any button? Alright, here we go. Now, some people wanted this video because they just got back into wrestling after a lot of years, and a lot of things have changed. So obviously in any wrestling game you're going to have the main menu, and some things they've implemented in the last few years is a My Career mode, which is your own story mode where you create a wrestler or use a current WWE superstar, and you start out with in NXT. Basically all your stats and everything are lowered down, and as the more you play, the better you get. I'll take a very quick glimpse at this, just a very quick glimpse at my career. Of course, there's me, Matt Mayhem. And yes, I was a pro wrestler when I wrestled. I wrestled as Matt Mayhem and Rage in WCW. And in WWF/WWE, and I was a trainer for them for several years. So those of you that follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and things like that. I appreciate it. Go ahead and get those plugs out of the way. You can hit me on Twitter at WWE Matt Mayhem, and you can also hit me up on YouTube as well, at the Matt Mayhem Show. So, okay, so you'll see like tonight's match. I'm in a tag match up there on the top left. On the top right, you'll see the rankings. I'm currently in NXT. I chose to pass on going to SmackDown because I wanted to face Finn Balor for the second time and become a two-time NXT champion. So also staying here helps me before I go to SmackDown. It will help me gain points. You see my overall is 94. It is 94 because I put a lot of work into the game and into my career mode, and I still am only 94 overall, and I don't, I'm not able to do, simple things like second finishers and things. You can check out your character here, attributes. You can see what attributes I have that give me, and attributes cost SP, which SP stands for spending points. And as you can see, for me to go to 85 to 86 would cost me 3,200 spending points. And as you can see in the top right, I only have 2,433. So, just for kicks, I'll throw, 2 more into agility. So I can be just a little bit more agile. And so you see, I was 80. You can hear it. Now go to 82. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I want to save those changes. Excuse me, and back out. And here's the abilities. Things you'll see when you build characters in general. You got Technician level 1, and I've got Pin Combo level 2. These cost an outrageous amount of money, and you can't just go and, like if I'm Technician level 1, okay, I can't just go and buy 3. I have to buy 2, which is 3,600 spending points. Then I'd have to buy 3, which is 14,000 spending points, or SP. And then there you can see, like, to get a third slot is 100,000 virtual currency. Now, virtual currency is earned completely differently than spending points. So, then, we have my skills, managers that I have hired. Okay, I've got 21,250 virtual currency. It will show you the face, like baby face managers, and then you get the heel managers. I've tried very hard to stay a face in this game. As you can see, the ultimate in managers in Paul Heyman, $320,000 basically for Paul Heyman. And Summer Rae as well. Now, as you can see, Zeb Coulter, Lana, these are great ways to... Heels will distract the referee and an opponent during the match. The more expensive they are, the more stuff they can get away with. Like, if I go down here to just a basic 15 grand heel, and heels seem to cost more than faces, even at the starting levels, because they do more. Faces cheer you on, and you kind of wonder, if you do manager matches, well, why are they cheering me on? What good is this doing me? Why aren't they helping me win? By cheering you on, they're keeping your stamina full, and when your stamina stays full, you don't run out of energy very well. So stamina pumps the crowd, which fills your stamina meter up more quickly, and that way you don't have to put an attribute, or maybe if you're a big guy, if you're using something like Big Show, and Big Show's got maybe Rosa in his corner, for example, she would keep him his stamina up so he can continue to pound on somebody excuse me, even though he's a big guy. Okay, so now you kind of got the basics of heels and faces and how that works. This is where I change my appearance, entrance, moveset, and then general options. Okay, so, and we can also see that I'm in 2016 in week 3. Okay, and go back to the main menu. I have not aligned myself with the Authority. It says I'm a bold heel up there in the top middle. And the next pay-per-view is NXT Arrival, and this would be my next show. Now, I'm not going to do any matches in here. It's just kind of a waste of time. VC is earned by doing big matches. You know, you want to make sure you hit your signature and finisher in here every time. Maybe keep going. You know, maybe double signatures, double finishers. You know, maybe bust a barricade. You know, when you get those abilities and things. You know, fight on the outside. Now, also, you have to really look at this like real wrestling. You know, if if you roll out and kind of walk up the ramp to take a breather, it's kind of a heel move. You know, babyface gonna stand there and fight. So, for those of you wondering why you're becoming a heel so quickly, don't ever hit someone when they're on the ground. You know, don't stomp anybody. You know, if you're going to do anything, hold down right trigger and hit X to do like a move to the head or the legs or the arm. But don't just hit X and kick somebody or anything when they're down. That's a heel move. So anything that you see, don't put heel moves in your move set. Anything that's going to, you know, that's how I became a heel. You know, just constantly punishing people. Because I'm better than pretty much anyone in the game as far as overalls. Except for I believe Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. And also this is my second time through the career, so it picks up, and you will have some backstage interaction and things like that. You know, some altercations and things. I don't want to give away a ton of spoilers. But it never plays, you know, some of the cutscenes play over, you know, the same way. But your rivalries in the beginning are the same, but as the game progresses, based on your actions as a heel or as a face, or going back and forth, or if you join the Authority or fight the Authority, that will change. So, don't want to give a bunch of things away. Just, you know, if you're a heel, stand in the ring, fight, do the best you can. I'm sorry, if you're a face. If you're a heel, that's when you're going to take somebody to the outside, throw them into the barricade, you know, damage them early, do moves when they're down, you know, maybe knock a ref down, do some cheap stuff, a win by a count out. You know, you're going to kind of be that kind of guy. So, okay, we're going to exit my career. And, I get a nice picture of Luke there, and I'm going to go back. Alright, now, also, we have the play options, which are just, you know, your 1-on-1, 2-on-2s, handicaps, fatal 4-ways, your tournaments, like King of the Ring, Rumbles, things like that, 6-mans, and triple threats. And then you have the, you know, various match types under 1-on-1, from false count, anywhere, to extreme rules. You know, in the next game, you're going to have, like, you know, these are not, I'm not giving away spoilers, these have been officially published. So, I got, you know, like I said, I am helping out, so I don't want to give away a lot of stuff. But, you know, next year you're going to see ambulance matches and Buried Alive and guest referee and things like that. You can go check them out on Facebook. They're there. So, you know, a lot more match types next year in 2K17. Comes out October 11th of this year. So go get that. Go put your money down, and it's going to be the greatest, in my opinion, even better than 2K16. The graphics are double what they are in this game. If you can kind of picture that, it's really amazing. So you want to do, you want to get that game and really enjoy it and have fun with it. And I will also be doing multiple videos on release day for 2K17. And also, if you're out there and you know, my username on PlayStation will also be shown in the YouTube videos. So if you're on PlayStation 4, add me as a friend, because I'm also in the communities for WWE. on PlayStation 4, and I'll be happy to help anybody that needs help, and play some games and have some fun. Okay, now also you have the 2K Showcase, which is this year. Was obviously my favorite showcase of all time. It was the Stone Cold Steve Austin story. Not only as a wrestler am I a fan of Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I've known Steve for about since 1996. So I've known him basically going on like 20 years now. So he's a great guy. I can't say anything negative about him. And this lets you relive from his point of view, and then you can do special objectives, which I haven't done them all yet. But you can go back and be Bret Hart and beat Steve Austin when he passes out from the blood, and just all that stuff. And then let me see. This hint will be okay. So there's something I probably didn't do. Everything's unlocked in my game, not by me earning it. I went ahead and I bought the add-on chapter. But anyway, this is what 2K Showcase is about. As you do things, you unlock content like images, and things like that. We'll take a quick look at an image gallery. So you're gonna see like Austin versus Jake the Snake. Back when he became Stone Cold Steve Austin, and the Dude Love, and you can look at some of this content and see these pictures, So that's just a nice little bonus to play the era and go back and look at the bonuses as well. Okay, so and also you have options here where you can set like difficulty. That should be on normal. Your subtitles, entrances, and blood, which is on. Okay, so some of you requested again to see my settings, even my audio options, and that's great. These settings come straight from Ukes and 2K. These settings that I'm using are the suggested settings to have fantastic one-on-one matches against the computer. So we're going to jump into options, and I'm going to go through this real quick, and I'm going to make it extremely easy to understand. Now, for a couple people that asked for the audio settings, I don't know it's because you can't hear my entrance music. That is a thing that WWE did during a patch. So I can make these YouTube videos. You see, I can make the YouTube videos, and if someone advertises, on my video, I can do the advertisement, because if someone, if the music's being played, well, Jim Johnson, that works for WWE, makes all their music. He owns the music for WWE, and he's written it all, and WWE owns it all. So there's kind of a conflict, and 2K said, hey, people want to put our videos out, and WWE said, okay, can you make a patch so the music won't play? So the music will not play in SharePlay if you SharePlay with somebody, and it will not play during a YouTube video. I doubt you're hearing the background music that I'm hearing unless it's coming through my microphone. And if it is, oh well. Okay, so here are the audio settings. My entrance music is maxed out. Okay, everything goes on a scale of 1 to 10 from left to right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 clicks with your directional pad. Menu music is default at 50%. Okay, I'll turn it up. 7 clicks. Sound effects are 100%, voices 100%, cinematics maxed out, and just accept. And there you go. Those are my audio settings. I think people were just not hearing things because that is a 2K patch. So guys like me and the guys and gals that make these videos and love to publish great matches and things like that, you're only going to hear their voice and or just see a match, and that's something that they did. Okay, So quickly again, go to gameplay. Okay, you want your difficulty on normal. Okay. Your reversal limit on, reverse damage to on, fatigue on. Okay, if not, nobody gets tired in the match, and it's not realistic at all. And WWE 2K series is all about wrestling simulation. As crazy as it is, thinking of it as like the farming simulator games or any other type, like a flight simulator. You want it as real as possible, so you want the fatigue on, hindrances on, weight detection on. That means you'll have two different move sets. So if I'm fighting Big Show, I can't, necessarily until his bar turns orange, almost red, I can't drop kick him and knock him down because weight detection is on. So I can run at him, and as long as he has the ability of I'll show you the abilities here in a minute, and we'll go through all of them. But as long as he has the size ability, I can't knock him down. Rope breaks automatically on. Iron Man playtime I set to 20 minutes. It will go to 30. But I feel a 20-minute match, Iron Man, it's pretty good. And then control vibration is on. Blood's always on for me, and so are subtitles. That way, if I'm playing at night and I don't want to disturb my wife, I can see what's being said. Okay, so you just accept that. Now here we go. Match. Okay, everything is on. Camera cut, special effects. Excuse me, replay, post-match replays, targeting indicators, display counts, hit point, stamina gauge, control help, reversal help indicators, reversal help text, and logos. Okay, now target settings. I would, you can do auto as long as you're playing single player. If you're doing a triple threat match, this year there's a little trouble with the targeting system, and 2K is aware of that, so look for things to get a lot better. But there's a little bit of trouble with the targeting system, so you can flip that to manual and press down on R3, click the right stick, and you will look at whoever you need to look at if it's on manual. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it on manual because me and my buddy are going to play some games later. So I'll hit accept there, and but that's your choice. But everything else, kind of the way I'm doing. Feel free to rewind as you need to or whatever when you're going back through this. Now here comes the most important things. These two, gameplay. All this stuff under gameplay again, normal, all the ons, everything there, especially fatigue being on and the difficulty level at normal. Okay, you're going to think, well, normal to me is kind of easy. Maybe it is for you. Not with my settings. I'm sorry, I can't take credit. These are Yuke's and 2K settings, for a little help I did on this year's game. They were like, here, we're going to tell you, exactly how to get the best out of this game. So I passed that on once. I'm going to pass it on again in this cover all, everything basics to advanced. This is everything about the 2K series of wrestling, not just 16, but just in general. If you own older games, and I have them all, run these settings or as close to it as you can get. Okay, on all of this, on all the wrestling games, you will have matches that are amazing. Okay, so game balancing, most important thing here. Okay, in here, and we're going to count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Boring, I know. But this is the key to everything in this game. So you're on balancing 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So your AI standing strike reversal rate is at 5. You just take everything down to 0 and you go 5 clicks to the right. AI standing grapple reversal rate, that's on 5. AI ground strike reversal rate, it's 5. AI ground reversal rate, 5. Artificial intelligence finisher reversal rate, 5. AI foreign object attack reversal rate, hey, guess what? That's on 10. Okay, because we want them to have the same chance you got at blocking a chair shot. Finisher strength. Okay, that is on 13 because your finisher, pretty powerful. So when you hit that, 13 is your lucky number. Lucky 13. You want to be on that because that 13 mixed with the fatigue being on normal difficulty, okay, is going to cause you to hit a finisher and a guy to raise up at a 2.5 count. It's going to give you that dramatic finish that everybody sees in my matches. And I'll play a match out here in a minute. I'll grab one in Universe. I'll show you guys how Universe works, and you'll see that these settings are global. They work in Universe. They work inside the story modes. They work inside everything. Or just one-on-one matches. Okay. So foreign object strength. Okay, finisher. That's usually the thing that puts you away in wrestling. But getting hit with a chair, I promise you, or going through a table, hurts worse than taking a finisher. So these are on 15. Okay. And for the most realistic wrestling experience, I personally choose to put my chain wrestling duration all the way up. It goes on a selection of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I keep it at 4. That means at the beginning of the match, bam, you're going to have the lockup, and the little mini games are going to be a lot more frequent. Okay? So, again, very quickly, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 10, 13, 15, max. Okay? Alright, now we're going to go to balancing 2. Now, this is where everything counts universally for the computer and yourself. Okay? Now, you're seeing a buddy of mine, great guy, that wants to wrestle some here when this video's over. So, okay, so I'm just going to count back from 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, those are on 15. So your standing strike reversal, 15. Standing grapple reversals, this is again for you and the computer, 15. Okay, 17 for ground strike reversals on both of these, 17. Finisher reversal, these are super important. Can't talk about this enough. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 for your finisher reversal. Foreign object reversal is 9. Stamina cost is 9. But here we go. And everybody's going to wonder, why is this so low? I'm going to explain it. Your stamina recovery rate, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to recover the stamina you lose very slowly, which is going to have to make you wrestle intelligently. You can't just keep throwing punch, 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 punch. You know, move, do a move, punch, punch, punch. You're going to get knocked. You're going to get tired. And your opponent, especially if you're going against somebody online, is going to cream you. Okay? And so, I highly recommend everybody follow these settings, because this is what, Yuke's and WWE 2K has wanted. Yuke's and 2K, the developers, the companies, these are the settings they've wanted. These are the settings I have done. And keep in mind, there's been things added over the years like stamina cost and reversal recovery rate and things like that. But these are the settings that I have ran as long as I can remember. So again, your stamina on. Don't forget under game settings that your stamina has to be turned on for the recovery rate to be in effect, and have it at 4. Okay? And I can tell by looking that these are at 10. Your stun recovery rate, it's 10. Reversal recovery rate, 10. So you got 50-50 chance you and the computer bug. Stamina recovery rate is also for you and the computer. So guess what? Both of you are going to recover stamina more slowly. You both get very tired. You're going to see matches where it takes 2 signatures, 3 finishers to put a guy away. Okay? So not only do you need the settings I have, but you need to see how I build characters. Every character in this game came with an initial move set, but there's certain things that I gave to certain wrestlers in this game that I wanted them to have, and that is the ability to kick out once per match, no matter what. It's a level 3 ability, and I'm going to show that to you right now. So, okay, we're done with game balancing. So everybody's got the numbers. Okay, we'll do it real quick again. You know, strike reversals, both of these are at 15. 17 for these two. Okay. Okay, and then we had 10 on reversal, finisher reversal, 9 on foreign object reversal. Okay, stamina cost is on 9. Stamina recovery rate, boom, super important, 4. Stun recovery, reverse recovery on 10. Okay, that concludes game balancing. Okay, so the gameplay, match, game balancing, and audio, that's all I ever fool with here. Unlockables, this shows you everything you can unlock by purchasing, this is everything that's in the game, all the additional superstars, arenas, championship titles, attires, and extras. Okay, so now we're going to go back, and then of course you have music jukebox, so you can pick out like what songs play. You know, it's personal preference. You know, like I definitely want Youth Gone Wild, on here, and I pretty much I have everything on. I don't. Oh, yeah, I can turn that back on. And, yeah. So okay, there we go. Now we'll go back. Okay, PlayStation Store. That's where you can go and buy things. Okay. And then we're going to go back. WWE Online. We're going to just, keep covering things because, again, this is a basics video. And I know I'm talking fast, but you guys can rewind this and watch as much as you need to. This is where you do an online match with someone online. Okay? So you would go to, like, a private, if you're going to invite one of your friends to do a private match. As you can see, I don't play online a lot. It's not because I'm not good. Let me rephrase. I play online a ton, just an absolute ton, but they're in matches that are unranked. So, because there are some people out there that like to do move chains that are unblockable. So, playing online isn't always fair, and that's just the way it's always going to be. Next year, Create a Move is back. So you're gonna, the stun chains, we're working on them. They're working on them, but I think the stun chains are, going to continue to be a problem. And stun chains are basically like, 2 or 3 unblockable gut kicks in a row, followed by like a big stunner or whatever you pick to be your finisher. It's great to have Create a Move because sometimes, people want to create finishers and do cool stuff. My personal thing that I've always wanted is Create a Submission, because there's so many amazing ones, out there, and it'd be cool to kind of create a new one. But I think that would be kind of limited, and it's just, something that's not going to be around at this point. But you can do private matches, WWE Live, the 2K tonight, or you can team up. That's tag matches. Okay. So, and what will happen is you'll pick your person. Like say I want to be Rusev in a match against somebody. He'll start wrestling whoever and give you time to warm up. And then all of a sudden your screen will change, and you all of a sudden be have an opponent, and You've already selected your character, so you'll be waiting there with Rusev while they select theirs. Everything will pair up, and boom, you'll go into the match that you've chosen. Okay. Creations. This is where you go in and create WWE superstars, movesets, championship titles, entrances, arenas, and shows. Okay, like you can create your own show. Now, next year you will see the addition of stories, which I'm very excited for. That means that I could build a whole year of WWE with people that I have downloaded. Then I can upload that, and you can go play that. You can play like my whole year if you want to of storylines that I've done, and so whatever your genre is, if you're into call feds, where it's wrestlers that look like wrestlers but they're not anybody real, fictional wrestlers but they're call fed. If you're into superheroes or whatever, you can build that storyline and put it up there, and other like-minded individuals can download it and play it with you. Okay. So now we have creating movesets and superstars and things like that. And here is the community creations. Okay. For legal reasons, I'm not going to go show all those. You guys have the game. You can go take a look. Okay. So now, I was asked, about movesets and creating movesets and how to create movesets. And like somebody said, I got a question from someone that said, how do I even do a suplex, and I'm going to show you very quickly, very briefly, how to build a moveset. Okay. And I'm going to cover it very lightly, again, because it's a basics type thing. So let me go to some custom superstars. So these are some customs. A lot of them I have made. A lot of them I have, and it's kind of a 50-50 ratio here. Okay. So for this, I will jump in and let's see. I will use okay, let's see. This is awful, isn't it? Okay, let's go. Every moveset here I've worked on, and all movesets I have built myself. As far as the wrestlers, they're 50-50 on what I've made and what I've downloaded. So let's see. Downloaded there, and then. Okay, so custom superstars. Let's go here. And again, made all these guys. Trying to think of a great moveset or one that I've done that's been downloaded an awful lot. Charlotte Flair's has been downloaded a lot. So I will jump on here and do a normal edit. And I'll show you the difference between normal and quick, but we're going to do normal for the purposes of this tutorial. So here you're going to see a whole lot of stuff on the left side of the screen. Standard actions like how she comes in and out of the ring, her taunts, apron ringing out, that's when she's standing on the ring apron. Standing strikes, standing grapples. Then you have your ground stuff, your holds, Irish whips. Now I'm gonna just put this out here while I'm in here. If you want to be good on defense, the main thing you have to worry about is this right here. Rebound attacks. Okay. I'm sorry, your rebound actions, your rebound attacks. These are the top two things that are going to save your butt on defense when you're in a fight. Because a rebound attack is basically when someone is running at you. This is what you can do just by tapping square. Charlotte will clothesline someone. Nice deep arm drag by tapping X. If I hold X, they're going to get the spine on the pine with a nice spine buster 3. Okay, now, but let's say I want to change that spine buster 3. I can click that. Now you're going to look and you're going to say, look, why are some of these in yellow and some of them in white? Well, what you see in yellow are my favorite, moves that I went through here and marked with the options button to make them a favorite. So if you click left one time, which we're going to do, we're going to look at some of my favorites here, okay? She could do the Snap Power Bomb, you know, Sling Blade, Samoan Drop, you know, Pop Up Power Bomb 2 into a cover, Lou Thesz Press, Hip Toss 10, 9, 6. So you're getting the idea. If I didn't want to do, you know, her move was what? Spine Buster 3? Okay. So now we can just start moving to the right, and I can see that, okay, these are the power bomb options I have. I can do Release Tiger Bomb. You know, I can do drops. Drops are basically things that I'm going to cause you just to exactly drop when, you know, like no control of your own, okay? Like flapjacks and hip tosses. Those are considered drops in professional wrestling, okay? Slams, like power slams, body slams, sidewalk slams, spine busters. And you can, you know, scroll down through here quickly with R2, right trigger. Michinoku Driver is a, you know, is a good slam. You know, you got your one-handed spine buster and side slams and things like that. You know, it's a variation of the rock bottom right there. It just has a turn in it, okay? So there's tons of moves in here, so I can't remember exactly who asked me, like, you know, how do I do a suplex? Well, you go to standing grapples, okay? And a suplex would be like a medium grapple. As you can see, I gave her a snap suplex. So I chose to put snap suplex as up and X. Left stick up and X. Okay, I could have made it again. You know, these are a lot more favorites here for this position. And favorites are saved for every position. You know, like, see? There's under everything. Like, there's favorites for ground moves. I'm sorry, there's favorites for, like, let's see. See, yeah, special moves like signatures and finishers, okay? Like, she does a natural selection. This is Charlotte's finisher, okay? and she does the figure 8 leg lock, but, you know, I gave her the figure 4. And leg lock 1, okay, for submission. But I can click this and then bam, you know, there's another whole list of favorites. So you can have favorites for different positions. So it's always good when you go through on the first moveset you ever do, you know, whether it's for your created wrestler or one you've downloaded or just someone in the game, go through and you know, add your favorites in all positions. Excuse me. Let me get a quick drink here. But getting back to, you know, standing strikes, same thing. You know, strike attack. So, you know, we're going to look at this. You got the backhand chops, left and right. You know, backhand strike. Drop kick 10. I like drop kick 10. It's quick, puts you down quick. And then another backhand chop, okay? Yeah, it seems repetitive, but she chops a lot in real life, okay? So when I'm doing movesets, I kind of look at the character. I'll study video of the character and a wrestler, you know. I'm just calling them characters in the game, but yeah, I'll study the wrestler in real life. I'll watch some video. It's not something that I just, you know, put together very quickly. Movesets, and my friends can all attest to the fact that I will do movesets for hours, but sometimes days, you know, to get them, you know, where I want them. So strike combinations, okay? She's gonna just, you know, she's gonna do the backhand chop, Ambrose punch, backhand chop, bam, drop kick 10. So you're gonna get bam, 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 and it's gonna be that quick when you do it, okay? So, and you're asking how to do, you know, when the guy that asked me how to do a suplex, just go to medium grapples. I gave her a snap suplex here again. You know, you can put any moves, you know, or, you know, most moves wherever you want them. And then just, you know, you just got to remember, you know, work with that wrestler. And remember, you know, you'll start remembering like, oh, you know, I've used Charlotte a ton. So when I use her in a match, it's like, okay, I know, you know, when I tap X and grapple with somebody, I can hit up and X and, you know, really quickly, and I'm going to do a snap suplex. And then we've got, you know, she does this, bam, with the kip up. That's a real Charlotte move. She used it early in NXT. I don't know how much she's used it modern WWE, but she did use that. Then the neck breaker, and your spinning toe hold. Okay. Now, I always like to give somebody a move that just builds, you know, just builds your builds to your finisher. You know, basically gives you momentum. So I like to give momentum builders. This is a momentum builder. It also works the leg. Because you're thinking, how's Charlotte going to put somebody away? And we'll move on down to strong grapples. And again, you know, I got a leg move here. Dragon screw. You know, that's just left stick to the right and press down on X. Face crusher. Because her other finisher involves your head. So you want, when you start building a moveset, you want to start building, and I know I'm taking longer here than I wanted to for a basics video, but you know, you want to start with, what does this wrestler do for a finisher? Okay, she does a head finisher, you know, boom. Okay, so throughout her moveset, you want to work on the head and the legs. My usual thing is up and down, work your head, and right and left, work your body. And that's just kind of my thing. You know, that's just, I'm not giving away trade secrets or anything. That's just kind of what I do. And when I actually worked on this game and you know, helped with a few movesets that came in the game, you know, that kind of rule was there, along with a couple momentum builders and things like that. So, you know, and you'll see some of the same movesets in 2K17. Because, you know, I'm not the only call designer or maker that is actually working with Ukes in 2K this year. So they have several from, a couple more from PS4 and some from X1 that are really good, and their creations are on smacktalks.org. So, but yeah, this is where, you know, like your Irish whips, again, rebound actions, attacks. I'll show you why they're so important when we do a match. Then, you know, you got pullback attacks. You know, a nice big boot for Charlotte because she uses it a lot. That kick. If you watched SmackDown, you saw her kick the living hell out of somebody on SmackDown just last night, because this video is being made on the 16th, on Saturday the 16th. So if you're watching it later, 16th July, on the 14th on SmackDown, which I was catching up on my DVR last night, she put a boot, a very, very big boot, into Sasha Banks. Okay, so again, you know, start with their special moves and work your move set based on, you know, you want to put a few body shots in there as well, but start with, you know, like if their finisher damages the body, body and head, you know. If they're a submission person, you want to put some moves in there, especially under holds and ground, you know, things like that. You know, that you want to work those body parts. You know, you look at her ground limb targeting system, you know, okay, so I've got a figure for leg scissors here, or head scissors, an arm stretch, and then I'm going to drop an elbow, bam, just like her daddy, right on the knee. Okay, so we're going to work the leg. And so to those of you that want to know about, you know, movesets, get in here and have fun, mess around. Don't be afraid, you know, you're not going to mess anything up or screw anything up. You can do whatever you want to do. I highly discourage, you know, move chains that cause cheating online to happen. I think that's just, you know, ridiculous. So, you know, do your best to avoid those. You're going to run into them wrestling online with people. But I always encourage you to wrestle online and play, you know, some fair matches with people, because there's some great players out there, and it's just like any other game. You know, the more competition you have, the better you'll get. Also, using the settings that I showed earlier in the video, you guys are going to have great fun during matches. And so one, weight detection. I was talking about separate. You like every character has two move sets. If you're fighting someone that is big, like a Big Show type person or Psycho Sid or whoever, you Kevin Nash's and guys like that, Undertaker, obviously, you're gonna have you're gonna see your standing grapple, front face lock here, but under weight detection, you're only gonna have one move, sometimes just two or three, and sometimes just one. So you're not gonna, so for a big person, that's going to be her move there. And then here, she's got the face crusher, arm, leg. It's just very quick. And it's just left in any direction. Non-lifting front, non-lifting from the back. That's pretty much your choices. Strong grapples. There's her Hurricane Rana. And then the flashback. Corner grapples, And again, if you're on PS4, this moveset is up. My Charlotte moveset's up. Feel free to grab it. And I just grabbed her as an example. It's no big deal. I've done a moveset for every character in the game. Unfortunately, you can only put 20 things up at a time. I've tried to put them up for maybe 3 or 4 days at a time. Put them all up over the last year. And but yeah, just study the character in real life. There's video of pretty much every wrestler somewhere, even myself. You can just look up Rage or Matt Mayhem on you're gonna find my moveset. So we're all out there. Okay, so when you're done, oh yeah, I promised to show quick edit. When we first started, we had the option to do normal or quick edit. Quick edit, you can just grab a preset moveset. You can choose a fighting style. You can copy from a WWE superstar or downloaded content or from a custom superstar. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I didn't need to save anything, so I just backed out. But when you're done, make sure you save. Also, if your machine has any problems or your disk skips or there's any issues at all, just feel free to, save. And like I said, sometimes movesets take days to do. And, for me, they're at least a 5 to 7 hour thing, not including studying film and all that. So it just depends on the person and how much work they want to put into them. Okay, so there's the custom moveset coverage. We've done settings, game basics, audio basics. We have looked into the showcase, my career, and all the options under playing. You have seen the online, and you have seen what you can do in creations, entrances, and things like that. Now, once this video is posted, if anybody needs help with any particular thing, again, this is a basics, supposed to be started out as a basics thing, and the most important of which, I get a lot of comments on, how do you do what you do in your matches? How are your matches so lengthy and look so realistic? That is 110%, under options, gameplay, and game balancing. These two are the biggest keys. Hello, your name, how are you? These are absolutely the biggest key factors. So rewind, go back, and check out. These are Yuke's and 2K's official settings. The end. And you want to make sure that you have, like I said, you want to have stamina on, and the stamina recovery rate at 4 is very important. And now, and a lot of you were like, okay, you got it on normal, why not put it on hard or something like that? If you use these settings that I've shown you in this video, and you have a championship match, and you put momentum on slow, and then your recovery on your momentum is only at 4% basically, or out of 100% you're at 40, okay? Because it goes to, it's a sliding scale from 1 to 20, left to right. So 20 the maximum, you're at 4, your recovery is slow. So I'm going to do a match here in Universe, and this is the last part of this I will cover in this video. Trying to keep it under an hour, don't think that's going to happen, but anyway, we're going to jump into Universe, and I'll give you guys the basics on how to do Universe. I'm not going to reset my Universe, but I will go through and show you what I've got going on. My Universe is completely modern. I have an alternate Universe on another account, that has WCW superstars in it, and is a WCW Universe. Like from the Monday Night Wars. I have one of my best friends. He's running 90s, DX, and again he's doing the WWF side of the Monday Night Wars, and he's also doing WCW's side of the Monday Night Wars, and he also has a modern Universe. He has 3 accounts, and there you go. All right. So, first thing you have in here is news. So you can kind of see what's going on in the Universe. I had a pay-per-view. So you can see we got the Baylor Club. Carl Anderson turned his back on the WWE fans. So, you can see what's going on over the last few shows that I've done. Also, you can look at current rankings. So, I'm the WWE champion. Seth Rollins is who I'm feuding with now, and Stone Cold has worked his way up. So there's some very important things that you want to do in Universe. I'm going to try to cover these as quickly as possible. You only want to give yourself a top 20 to 25 for each title. Also, I would recommend having a title that isn't, like I made the NXT TV title. I don't ever put that in a storyline. I just have that there as every NXT show. Apollo Crews defends that title. Kind of like they did back in the day in WCW. You had a 10-minute match, usually on WCW Saturday night or something like that. You would have a 10-minute time limit for the TV title, and so I came up, with an NXT TV title, and just kind of threw that in there. Other than that, we just have the NXT Championship tag, and now on to SmackDown. Again, my wrestlers, WWE in real life is going back to 2 separate shows, so we'll keep it current when the new game comes out. But as of right now, I don't have too many fictional characters in WWE. Kurt Angle is not fictional, but he is one person that's not in WWE right now that is holding the IC title. Then tag teams, I've had Tyson Kidd and Cesaro for quite some time, and you can select this, and you can go back, you can look at current rankings, and then stats. You can go and see who's had what the longest, and all that kind of stuff. So we'll come back to the main menu. Obviously, you can play matches. Okay, you can just play the big matches of the show that's going on. Big matches are usually always the rivalries. In this case, well, apparently I've already played the big matches. They were Sasha Banks and Lita. I had Lita make a return in NXT. So, these are just things I'm doing in my universe. You don't have to follow suit. Make it any way you want to. Have anybody in it you want. Have a blast. But one thing you want to do in your universe, to go along with the settings, the matches that you see me do, you want to go down to customize universe, edit superstars. And let's pick someone like, since he was the guy this year, let's pick Stone Cold Steve Austin. Okay, Stone Cold 03 Austin is the current Stone Cold that's in my universe. You can see a long list of enemies there. So you will go in here and you want to go under abilities. Okay, and the one thing you want to give wrestlers, 2K17 is going to be amazing. I happen to be working along with Ukes and 2K, doing a little bit of work for them with 2K17. If you go to their official Facebook website, you can see a lot of the new match types and things that have already been published. Other than that, I can't talk about it too much, your name, but yes, it's going to be even better than 2K16 graphically. It's going to be about double the graphics and realism. And but again, you can go and see the storylines and everything that's there on the WWE 2K17 on Facebook. So check that out and enjoy it. But you want to give everybody, or like the big guys, guys that are in heavyweight title contention. You want to give them resiliency level 3. It requires nothing but you can kick out from a pinfall once again, once per match, and it doesn't require a finisher. Or if you don't give them 3, at least give them 2. And that means you can kick out of immediately from any pinfall, and that can be used twice a match, but you have to have a finisher for it. So that makes things kind of interesting. If someone has a couple finishers, and I've got my finisher, and we've got resiliency 2, and the guy and Austin hits me with a stunner. And before I could get my finisher off, I can waste my finisher to save myself and continue the match as long as I feel like, I've got a chance to win this. If you're not getting your ass beat too bad, it's good. It's always good to have resiliency 3, and it really helps to make matches look good for the kickouts and things like that. Because when I'm running matches and making them look good, obviously a lot of times I'm letting people up before the 3 count. That way, the match looks good, and I'll show you how to run this. Like I said, because I was a pro wrestler for many years, I'm gonna, start out with ISPs. Any pro wrestler knows what an ISP is. It stands for International Spots, not like an ISP for your internet. Internet service provider. It stands for International Spots, and those are all we like you have the mini games in here where you lock up, and it's like a headlock into a hip toss, or headlock takedown. I'll stand up, drop an elbow, you roll out of the way, come off the ropes, hit me with a shoulder block, crisscross, drop an elbow. I'll roll out of the way, get up, and arm, give you an arm toss. Or a nice deep arm drag, and then we'll get up and we'll face each other again and lock up again. Those are international spots. So that's how you shoot wrestle, and all wrestlers know how, or they all should know, how to do ISPs, because you can just say ISP headlock, and we all know, that we're talking in the ring and things like that. Not trying to give away huge secrets, but yes, wrestling is, not. Is predetermined winners. I will not use the word fake because chair shots are real and shit hurts. But I will say that yes, matches outcomes are obviously predetermined, and ISPs are the keys to shoot matches. Okay, and so if you're playing against another person and trying to make a good video, you want to make sure that person can kick out, and you want to make sure they have resiliency, because you cannot, if you let them up in a 1 versus 1 real player versus real player type environment, you'll point at them like, I'm not done with you. Your character will just do that. And it's very obvious that you let them up. But you're going to notice in my match that I'm going to do here in a minute, when I let someone up, you're not going to see that. You're going to see an amazing match, and nobody's going to get, it's going to look like they legitimately, chucked a shoulder up or gave some effort to kick out, okay? But using Austin as an example, these are the things I suggest on the bigger superstars, title contenders, things. I'm not talking about the jobbers, because in every universe, you're going to want, out of 100 or, how many people you have on your shows altogether, you're going to want, like a top 25. I've got 22 in my universe, but you're going to want like a top 20, top 25 for the main title. So you're going to want to go through and make sure that you click on everybody that they can do, main title matches, and and then you want some guys who are just tag team guys, and you want to make sure to go in and turn off their ability to compete. Like right here, under contendership settings, Austin can only go for the world title. He can't go for anything else, and he can't be in tags. Okay? Because, and just like under Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, the only thing they can do is tag team matches. Or you can also go where, like, I could let, Cesaro do singles and tag, but not Tyson Kidd, because you don't want the computer to match them against each other, because, they're a tag team. They're not going to fight each other. Nothing's gone awry. That's not part of my story. So you want to go into everybody and set that up. Also at the beginning, I would set up, a good, few rivalries and allies. Things will work themselves out as you play your universe, and a year or two goes by, things will happen, and you got your stats and things like that, okay? But under abilities, these abilities I recommend. Move Thief 3. For Stone Cold, you have pin combo level 2. Most other people, 3. Everybody else should be at least level 2. I gave him Technician level 3. Most people would be like a 1 or 2. He's got Ruthless Aggression 3. Resiliency level 3, which we were just talking about. Rope Break level 3, so he can grab the rope or he can kick out. Fan Favorite, obviously, and Teamwork level 2. So if he's ever put in a tag match, he can do, damage inflicted by tag team finishers increased by, I think it says 17%. So I'm kind of back from the TV. So these are kind of the things you want to run with, and make sure you set the crowd reaction, to make your heels and faces. And when you're setting up your universe, you want to go through and you want to do all this stuff. It seems like a lot of work, but if you do it once and you do it right, you're done with it. So if you have this game, or if you're getting 2K17, you're a big universe player, you want to go in, you want to grab every single person. Sometimes it even helps because, there's just so many people. There's just so many, not to mention those that you've downloaded and all that. There's so many people that you want to go through and, write down on paper, and kind of see, like here, it's kind of like, let's see where we got here. Under Edit Superstars. Like, as you go through, I have AJ Styles now as well. And the Baylor Club, so, he's on Raw and SmackDown. Alberto Del Rio is on Raw and SmackDown. Alexa Bliss, she's in NXT. Alicia Fox, Raw and SmackDown. Apollo Crews, NXT. Now, yes, he's moved on to WWE in real life, up on the Raw and SmackDown. But in my universe, again, he is the TV champion in NXT, and every week I have him defend that. Every week. Austin Aries came over to NXT. So, again, universe is really current. Bad News Barrett, yes, he did leave WWE, but known Wade for a while, so I didn't want to let him go just yet. He's still in storylines. He's allied with Kurt Angle, and he's got some good enemies there that he's having some good matches with. So, you know, I'm getting ready to push all these people up and, you know, bring in this work with the other NXT people. Like Becky's moved up, you know. So again, you know, you can go through and, you know, again, status effects. I saw Big Show, so I'll cover status effects. His status effect, it showed his head right there as yellow, okay? Want to keep an eye on these because these are very important. You can get on a hot streak, and you can get on, this will stack 10 times. It increases all attributes, every single attribute by 1 point. So if it stacks, you get them on a hot streak 10 times, you've increased everything on your wrestler. That's why, you know, you're going to look at a lot of my people, and you're going to see like overall 91, for example, on Big Show, okay? Billy Gunn, 85. Well, he wasn't in there. Like Blake's 82. Bo Dallas is 82. You know, Bo Dallas is, you know, he's kind of my jobber. As you can see, he's got the down arrow. So his status effect was the down arrow. He's on a cold streak. He's been losing matches because he's my jobber. So you want to go through, and you know, I didn't give him a ton of abilities. I worked on his moveset some. You know, he's good, but his personality, he's desperate. He's lost so many matches. He's really desperate. So, you know, when we use him in, you know, when I use him in matches, he gets really frustrated a lot. So, you know, keeping to the themes that you set up, and the people that you know you want to make your heels and your faces and your jobbers and all that kind of stuff, it's going to build you a great universe. And again, don't forget to go into your he can more than, you know, go for the world and the single title, you know, on NXT. You know, he's more than glad to do that. I'm more than glad to let him. But right now, he's jobbing for me a lot. You know, so we got Bray Wyatt. So let's look at Bray. Okay, he's on a hot streak. And then we look at the Rocket, and he's momentum. Okay, so let's look at the details of momentum. The competitor becomes energized from a burst of momentum, increasing momentum and defensive attributes by 1, and that stacks 10 times. So any defensive attributes on this character, as well as his momentum, will go up by 10 once that number hits 10. And we already covered hot streak. So you've got Conqueror, you know, determined recovery, cohesion, and then, you know, like, you've got severities of injuries. You know, you got your minor head injury and then your major. Big Show had minor, so he can keep going. Once you get to major head injury, it'll say things like, you know, your competitors, basically you're going to lose your head, you know, up top, you're going to lose 10 points off your head. So if you've got the head at 50 as an overall, it's going to go down to 40 under a major head injury. And you're going to be more likely to, you know, when you see a guy in red, unless they're a champion, they have to defend a title, you probably want to give them a little bit of a break. Or if you're wrestling against them, don't do so many moves that damage their head, you know. That way they can at least get to the pay-per-view for you and you don't take them out. And then, you know, if you want to, you know, have somebody send them away for a while, you know, you can work the head or whatever body part you want to work, arm, leg, head, whatever. You can put somebody out for a good 5 or 6 months. You know, my friend and I do that all the time. It helps with storylines because guys do get injured. You know, guys and gals get injured and go away and come back. You know, look at Randy Orton. So, not a shot. He's just getting older. He's just getting injury prone. And I'm trying to think of anything else that is important here. Ring escape, always key. You know, they don't put it on everybody when the game comes. I do, because everybody should be able to at least roll out. You know, this costs a lot of stamina, but you should be able to roll out. And keeping it on level 2, man, that, 33% reduction in stamina. And again, keep in mind, our stamina is coming back up very slowly. So because the stamina is charging slowly, when that R lights up, if you hit R for them to roll out, it makes me think, do I really want to roll out? Because, I'm beat to shit and my stamina is low and I'm going to lose it all. Rolling out the ring is going to make me tired. You'll see as in the match that I'm going to do. Again, so, he has resiliency level 1. And this can be done once in a match. And again, kick out immediately. And it costs a finisher icon. He has Ruthless Aggression level 3 because of, how he is. He's very tough. Mouthpiece level 3, which makes him a good manager. So a superstar, he's a heel. So he can mess around and distract the referee 2 times before being ejected from the match. But that means mess with the referee. And by messing with the referee, that means actually jumping up on the ring during a count or pulling the ref out on the floor. And that'll happen in the games, and it's pretty cool. So, but he can also, he can step up on the ring apron or pick up a chair and go inside the ring and just drop the chair down. Like a lot of times, if you do a match, you just want to play the manager. You can do some really cool stuff. A lot. And you'll have a little bar there that says how agitated the ref is getting with you. And, it'll let you know, like, don't push my luck right now. I'm going to get ejected. Or, so you can actually play as a manager in the game. And, have fun doing that. So, that's why you want to put these mouthpiece level 3s on people that you might play as a manager when you let the computer have matches. Also, with my settings, the computer, just CPU versus CPU will have fantastic matches. I have uploaded many of them on my YouTube channel. Check them out. They'll go 14, 15, 18 minutes with several signatures and finishers and things like that. And it will be truly impressive to see what the computer is capable of as long as you have settings and all this stuff done correctly. So again, he can go for the world title and he can be in a tag team. But he's not going for the US title or anything like that anytime soon. So again, pick your people, give them their abilities. Now go in, pick everybody, give them their abilities, work their movesets out the way you want them. Do the movesets from inside universe. Okay? Don't go outside and do it. Do everything in here. A little secret is it will count globally. Everything I did to Bray in here will count in just a one-on-one match anytime I want to play. Okay, so I'm going to plug in my controller here so we don't lose power. Alright, now. I've been WWE Champion, defended for I think 5 months or so. We'll just zip on down to myself. Alright, well, let's just see people that's got more. Okay, good status effects. Dean Ambrose, US Champion. As you can see, he's got 4 and 6 on his status effects. Okay, he has distracted active, which means this competitor gets distracted, causing all attributes to decrease by 5. That's caused by interference in a match. So that recently happened to him, and he got distracted. But he was on a 4% momentum gain, so everything's been raised by 4, and he's got everything raised by 6 here. So 6 and 4 is 10. So if you look at it, they both stack 10. That's 20 points in everything. So that's why, you know, if you look at his overall, it's 95. Well, he didn't start out at 95. He started out around, I think, 86 or 87. But he's worked himself to 95 in my universe. So that's another thing. You know, and you know, he has his own abilities that are unique from other people. Also, you know, tweaked his moveset from how it was done during the game's release. And I've also downloaded attires for him. So, you know, I got his modern day Asylum t-shirt and then his original, but he's using the Asylum t-shirt right now. So, oh, another thing, minor show appearances. You want to make sure that those are on. I had a mistake there. If you want your guys to wrestle on, like, we'll take a look at my calendar. Okay, I have Monday Night Raw, NXT on Wednesday, SmackDown on Thursday, which I'm going to move to Tuesday. And then on weekends, I do a live show. As you can see, we're coming into SummerSlam. And next I'll show you my rivalries, but this is the calendar. And that's, you know, that logo I put up there, you know, I used it, uploaded it myself for WWE live shows. And I have a WWE house show arena. That's basically a house show. And what I just did there under editing superstars is I made sure that, like, Bray Wyatt, under minor show appearances, he can show up at a house show now. Okay, that's what you're doing. If you added an extra show, you know, that increases, like, the cast of who can appear at your, you know, house shows, you know, and who cannot. So you always want to make sure, like, your champions and stuff can appear at house shows. You know, Jason Jordan, you know, getting everybody in there. James Storm made a brief appearance in WWE and is not there any longer. Cena 98 overall. So you can tell, like, who I've been using and kind of their wins and losses and balancing. Just looking at overalls, you know, like Angle's 100 overall. He's in beast mode right now. You know, he's defended that IC title twice, and you know, he's on a great run right now. Both of these are my Kurt Angle. I just have 2 attires on each one. So this is the one that he was in there, and then I switched over to this one. So okay. No criticizing, just, you know, it's okay. Now, WWE champion, I've been that way for 6 months. So I have 10 and 9, okay, on momentum and on my status effects. So as you can see, my attributes have been maxed out because of that. Very hard to beat and very hard to damage. But one thing you want to do under superstars, and I'm going to use Hulk Hogan for a great example, or no, fuck it, we'll use Stone Cold Steve Austin as a great example, or Shawn Michaels. God, Shawn Michaels. Okay, if you like blood in your matches, this is another key point. If you like blood in your matches, you want to click on Shawn. Triple H. Think of guys in real life that have poured buckets of blood when you watched them. Back in the 90s, the 80s, you know, guys like Hulk Hogan. You will want to go let's see, into hit point ratio. Okay, and you will want to lower his head. You don't want to get it or make it red. Let's see what's red. 20's red. C1's had to be about 22, which means Sean's going to bust open and bleed in a big match quickly. Okay? But where Sean's a high flyer and really kind of tough, you know, you can get that body up there a little bit. Gotta get to 36 for it to get, you know, a lot stronger. And he finishes you off with his legs. So, you know, we can get, you know, those up to 25. And, so yeah, 22, 28, 24, 26. So, just nicely balanced. His body can take some damage. He can hurt you more. This isn't just how much damage they can take. It's also how much damage they can give out. A lot of people don't know that. Another thing during matches, there's a phrase that Jim Ross used a lot that he got handed down from Gorilla Monsoon. It is a phrase that has been secretly hidden in the 2K video games for years, and it is called "gone to the well once too often." Now what that means is, and what you're going to see during my match is, that any time you do something 3 times in a row, whether it's 3 punches, or you knock a guy down, you pick him up and grapple and then knock him down, the computer's going to automatically block that. It's going to block it up until it turns at least orange. And, you know, the block ratio goes way down, you know, once you're orange. And once you're red, your chances of blocking things really, really get low. So, again, you know, guys that can, you know, were the big bleeders in the 90s and Triple H's and, you know, guys like that, you really, really want to go and, you know, like Stone Cold. I think I've got him set here on the hit point ratio. Yeah, see, his head and legs are are very weak, and he's also injured right now. So, you know, but he's got bad legs, you know, so you want to do what you can for somebody, and but his head and legs, as you can see, they're weak. So again, you want to know your wrestlers, kind of the history of wrestling, because this is the sim, and you want to know what's going on to get the best out of your shows. So, man, that is just like all the tips I can give you as far as basic to advanced, and that I can give the people that, several people that have requested this video. I thank you for requesting it, and now I'm going to do a match. I'm going to call the match as I'm going, so you can kind of see my thought process, because, you know, people are asking, how do you do what you do? How do you make them look so good? It's a combination of the settings, being a pro wrestler in real life, long retired now, but having done it for many years, and knowing a lot about it also helps. But you don't have to have been that. These settings are the key, and the flow of a match. Like when you watch a match, a big title match, like Taker and Shawn Michaels, you know, when Shawn got retired by Taker. When you look at those matches, they're back and forth, and then bam, just an ending out of nowhere, like a sweet chin music kick out of nowhere, a stunner, an RKO. You know, these finishers that just come out of nowhere. You know, do you want your match to end up, you know, like that? When I start a match, I will think, hang on, I will say to myself, how do I want this match to end? You know, what do I want to do here? How you know, what's my ending going to be? And I will know that before I start. So let's go to play matches. Okay, so I finished up this NXT show. So I'll show you how I set up my shows and how I play a match, and then we're going to wrap this up. So yes, we're going to move to SmackDown. Now, for some reason, they have me fighting Randy Orton. Rivalry matches, triple threat, Natalya, Paige, Becky Lynch. Play all triple threat matches on fast. This is this little tip there. Then we have rivalry tag match. Rivalry Owens and Angle. As you can see, they are rivals. Match 5, The Rock and Austin. This is kind of heating up. These guys are battling. Austin will go over because he needs to maintain his status to be the next contender for the WWE title. And then we have Austin and Lesnar as the Cena and Lesnar main event on SmackDown. This kind of amazes me that the computers made these awesome matches for SmackDown. And this is a great SmackDown. So what you want to do, if you like the matches and you don't want anything to change, you don't ever really want to change rivalry matches, okay? So what we're going to do here, you're going to hit the R1 button for edit. And the only thing you want to do here is go to participants. Because this is a cool match, you know. So yeah, I'm going to be myself in this. So you're going to click that, and then you just go to custom. I'll automatically pop up. Be in my original attire, no manager. And then he's under superstars, so you got to remember where they're at. Computer, Orton, no. Hit triangle on the PS4 controller and hit save. Okay, and basically you're building your SmackDown card right here. You can do this before the whole card, so you can just go next match, next match, next match. So you don't have to worry about things changing. Or you can do a match at a time or whatever. I like to do the whole card and save them all. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to do the one match. And actually, I like this match, so I'm going to save this one. Again, participants. Go to computer, because you can choose who you want to be later. They're both superstars, so The Rock, no. Austin 03. And let's see, we're on Monday Night Raw, so let's just pick, let's just give him 17 attire there, and no manager. There we go. And again, triangle, save. Hey, Kyle Noble, how are you? On my YouTube channel, I've had many requests to do a basics tutorial, which I've covered in the last hour and 30 minutes, how to do the settings by Ukes and 2K Sports. And people have also wanted to know how my matches flow and how they look so realistic. So all that stuff's been gone over and addressed. So now what we're doing is I'm going to do a match, and since I was a pro wrestler for a long time, I'm going to call the match as I go, just that way people can get an idea of what I'm doing, and they can kind of see. I promised over 100 people this video for a long time, and I'm just now getting around to it. Okay, again, I'm liking the matches the computer made on SmackDown. So again, you want to just tap R1 and participants, because they're good, so we want to save them. Again, we'll decide if we want to be Lesnar or Lesnar's making a pretty rare appearance here, so we're going to decide if we want to be Lesnar or Cena. Sometimes I'll use my cell phone instead of a piece of paper. Go to the notes on my I'm using an iPhone, so I'll go there under notes, and I'll just quickly write down like Cena and Brock had a match, on SmackDown, and I can remember that, like, to start a feud maybe next month. like this is the month of SummerSlam, so they may wrestle here, and I may have Brock and Cena fight at SummerSlam. This match just kind of gave me that thought immediately. Again, both these guys are under Superstars, so all you gotta do is click this, hit Superstars. Brock will automatically appear. I want to put him in his Suplex City t-shirt, okay? And we're gonna give him. I'm gonna change this. He never comes out without Paul Heyman. So we're going to give him Paul Heyman as a manager under computer. Yes, he is. So we're going to do, yeah, he's a beast, man. So computer, I don't know. You got to keep in mind Heyman can interrupt a lot. So again, Superstars, Cena will just pop up. And then we're going to go, remember, triangle. And all you want to do is just hit save. Now, you can always change momentums and things like that once you enter the matches. Now, if you noticed, I changed the matches that were not, I repeat, were not rivalry matches. So, see, I didn't mess with the rivalry matches. I just messed with, I ensured that this match would happen, and this match would happen, and this match would happen. Because if not, if you back out of this screen, what's going to happen is there would have been different people here. It never fails. And sometimes even rivalry matches, I'll go in and lock down, the opponents for that match. But, yeah, I remember, we got Becky, Paige, and Natalya, and so if something happens that changes, and sometimes the computer will change that. And that's okay, as long as it still is part of the rivalry. That's all you want, You don't want to change it yourself. If the computer does, that's fine. So we'll go ahead and you don't have to play matches in order either. Like if you want to start out with something that's, these are a lot of mega superstars on this card. You got WWE Champion and Randy Orton. You got me and Orton going at it in the beginning. And then you got some good divas. Natalya's getting a massive push against Paige to be the next Divas Champion. This is what I'm doing in my universe. This has been going on for 4 months. Connor and Victor versus Cesaro and Kid. And they have retained. Yes, Kyle, that is very true. They are. They're great. Now Angle and Owens, this is a new rival. I brought Angle, in to WWE. This is my Kurt Angle. I made him. He's online. You can grab him under my username on PS4. And then The Rock and Austin. Computer's been doing this now. The last week, maybe week and a half. So, since I'm not fighting Austin, the way things are going right now, I showed you guys the calendar. I don't want to back out. But I'm going to be defending my title against Sheamus again at the pay-per-view. Now, a lot of people ask me this question, so I'm going to answer it now because it'll be the same in 2K17. Again, I'm fortunate enough to be working with 2K and Ukes with 17. My big push was getting special ref matches back in, working with a few movesets and things like that, and just doing consulting for WWE. So I'm very happy. I also got to do that for 2K16. So, what I'm wanting to get to is, a lot of things that are here, as far as what the computer does and remembers. The universe system is going to be even more intelligent next year. So, you're going to see a lot more, cutscenes and things added, and it's just going to be an amazing game. And again, can't give away too many spoilers. Check them out on their official YouTube at 2K, WWE 2K17 on YouTube. You'll see all the official picks, you know, everything that they're releasing as it comes out, and also on their YouTube page as well. You'll see videos there, and they are getting more frequent. So now, you know, I'm gonna pick. Gosh, what would be a good match to start with? Being the WWE champion, I don't think I should fight just right out of the bat. But then again, what a good way to start out SmackDown. So here we go. I will call the match as I go through. Angle Owens. Kyle wants Angle and Owens. Okay. That's cool, man. We will start this out with Angle and Owens. Okay. Okay. Now I know when this match starts, I want Angle to win this match. Unless there's some kind of interference. If Owens is not the opponent. If Angle ends up fighting somebody else and Kevin is at ringside, I'll show you guys how to definitely trigger the interference. Because I got a lot of questions, I've had a lot of comments. Hey, why doesn't the interference ever happen? Because you have to stop a mud hole in the opponent to make, you know, whoever you're fighting. Like, if say this was a match like Kurt Angle against, you know, let's see, Kurt Angle against Cena, for example. Owens would come out, maybe at ringside, like as a guest commentator, just sit in a chair. You have to beat Cena's ass for like a straight 5 minutes, and eventually the cutscene will happen, okay? So what we're going to do here is, you know, Angle's going to retain, but I'm going to make the match very back and forth as much as possible. So here we go. Again, because of YouTube policies, you're not going to hear the entrance music, but that's fine. But we're just going to go ahead and go with this. I'm going to get a drink real quick, and I'll call the match as it goes, and I'll tell you guys when I'm letting Owens kick out, all that stuff, so you guys will get an idea of the ebb and the flow of the match. Excuse me. I did not mean for this to go an hour and 42 minutes. Yeah, WWE didn't want their music being played where, you know, where I do YouTube. I can put advertisements on my videos or let people advertise. And to let people advertise, you know, 2K came up with the solution of, hey, you just won't hear the music anymore. Because that was WWE's only gripe, you know, and that was basically Jim Johnson's gripe. Okay, so WWE, we've got Kurt Angle, IC champ, Kevin Owens.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Intercontinental Champion, the Olympian Kurt Angle.
This WWE Universe has been driven into a frenzy.
The capacity crowd on its feet as we're about to get this one underway.
Again, my Kurt Angle, you can grab him under my ID, under Community Creations. And hope you enjoy him if you do. Nice, Cesaro. Okay, yeah, he's still my tag team champion with Tyson Kidd. But eventually they will break up. And I'm going to keep them together because the new game comes out October 11th. Hell, it's almost August, you know, so I'm going to keep them together for a little bit longer.
And approaching the ring from Marieville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 266 pounds, Kevin Owens.
Well, this superstar has all the tools needed to win this one. Now let's see if he can put them together.
Calling this one's going to be a real treat, Michael, and I know you feel the same way.
Yep, so does King.
Hey, Travian Forbes, how are you? Welcome, welcome. This video has been a Master Tutorials video. the basics all the way to how to do the settings according to 2K and Ukes. Quick review there for you. Just go back and watch everything on YouTube to catch the last hour and 40 minutes. Right now I'm demonstrating how I do matches because I got a lot of requests to show this, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, since it's a straight up match, I haven't seen any interference or any kind of bullshit. I'm going to keep it on normal, which is I suggest with the settings that I'm running. Remember, momentum gain is only at 4%, so you're going to gain momentum slowly as you're going to lose it quickly, which gives the ebb and flow of the match a lot of realism. So also, you know, we have the ISPs or international spots. Anybody that's a pro wrestler knows anything about pro wrestling knows about ISPs. It's not your internet service provider. It is international spots. Basically, it's the mini games that happen in the beginning. Those are maxed out as well. So these guys are going to lock up, and we're going to go back and forth. It's going to be a very back and forth match. In the end, Angle's going to put him away. So here we go again. Normal Kurt Angle and starting the match.
Oftentimes in our business, the only way for personal issues to be ultimately resolved is to
I'm not going to hit him because I'm a face, but he might punch me.
In a good old-fashioned wrestling match.
Nope, he didn't do it. All right.
You can't put a price tag on landing that perfect strike, and that nailed him. Collar and elbow tie up here.
This is critical for
okay, he's outweighing me, so he's got me back into the ropes. Oh, there he took the cheap shot. Alright.
Into the collar and elbow tie-up. Only one competitor comes out ahead here.
Yeah, this is one of the classic ways to test your opponent.
Angle over, so now we'll fire in a little choke. Now let the computer find the red, and then do that. Let it find the red again. Tap your button, because you can do it 3 times. Now let him come out of it.
And now it's Kevin Owens.
Owens is going to come back a little bit. Nice flip. I'll win this one. Or try to. There we go. Got the nice back and forth.
What a powerful slam! Look out!
So Owens doing a good job.
Owens, what offense?
He's at 27, I'm at 11. So you want to kind of keep momentum
Nice reversal. You know,
and balance. As you can see, my momentum's dropped a lot more than his eyes.
On more than one occasion. To be
And it's
honest with
coming
you,
back slowly.
I'd shake hands with him.
You know, he outweighs me. I'm throwing around a bigger guy.
And now it is show-off time. Don't waste time gloating here. Ow.
And we'll grab him.
If you haven't done
Reverse
it yet,
neck breaker.
check out WWE.com. You'll find updates and blogs from all your favorite superstars.
Yeah, and don't forget to check us out on Twitter. It's @Jerry Lawler and @Michael Cole. Right, Michael Cole?
Yeah,
Nice reversal.
Today, too fast.
There we go. Now, remember the gone to the well once too often is in effect always. Video game, you know, they just don't tell you that. And if you try to do something too many times early in the game, you won't pull that off.
And look what happened to him at NXT TakeOver.
Now, I'll wear the leg down a little bit, but obviously I didn't even move it because I don't want to make him tap. Again, we want to do this kind of thing for show.
Any sooner. In fact, it might slow you down.
Inside the ring again.
Yeah, and they should be. This is where the action needs to be.
Computer's messing up
He's
there a
still
little bit.
down after that move.
Okay.
I almost
Never-
wonder if his bell got seriously wrong there.
Gonna do a pullback here. Keep working his back. I'm gonna come up in the corner.
Have bore the brunt of the
Whoops,
attack.
went the
And I
wrong
hope we
way.
can get a doctor
Just
out
a little
here
screw
as a
up there.
precaution.
Apologize for that.
Damaged ribs like that
Here
can
we
make it
go.
hard to breathe.
Man, I'm losing my voice. Again to the leg.
Oh,
Oh,
out of nowhere.
nice block. Nice block. As you can see, things feel really good. The match flows very well.
I don't don't know what's going to happen here.
Hoping to end it early.
Quick
Here's
pin.
hoping.
This would be good for a replay. Let him up. Now, as you can see, I didn't grab him or do anything like that. But I did let him up,
Very nicely done.
which gives the belief that he kicked out on his own. There's the well once too often, the auto block by the computer. It will
He's
happen.
delivering an old-fashioned
Another block by Angle.
kicking right here.
Very back and forth. Now I've got my signature. He's yellow into the red bar.
People have been wanting to see these guys go at it for a
Oh.
long time, and by the sound of this crowd, I think they're getting what they wanted.
Now we don't want to do too much here and get past the 140 mark. So his head, now his back is nice and orange.
Here we
Signature
go.
time.
This could
Here
be
we
it.
go.
That's it. He's out.
2, 3. There we go. Now he's gonna roll over for me. Oh, there we go. And go
And he
for a
lets him
cover
out.
immediately.
Well, he might have been
Try to get that
losing-
pin.
here's a cover.
1, 2. Let
And
him
the
up.
shoulders up now. That's a kick out.
Nice. Well, it's going to take more than that to keep him down tonight.
Okay, now Owens is at a point where he's not going to do a lot anymore. So you're going to have to kind of let him
Now,
do
who
stuff
does a
on his
methodical
own.
pace benefit, King?
Well, I'll tell you, whenever the dominating competitor takes his time, it gives everybody
Okay,
a chance
now,
to catch
you
their
wanna
breath.
kinda let him
Just
have a
when you
run?
thought a power bomb couldn't get any more devastating, Kevin Owens
Okay, I'm
goes
gonna let him have a
and
run
adds
till I'm at
twist
least orange.
That makes it purely lethal.
Oh, no, can't let him have that. Oh, put him right on the sledgehammer he tried to use, and as you can see, it made him red instantly. Let the ref get that out of there so there's no DQ.
What's he going to do here? What's he going to do here?
Owens staying really in character by grabbing a weapon.
Not today. Too fast.
My God, his butt.
Watch out. That'll put your lights out. quick.
Sidestepped it. Small package.
He could pin his opponent right here.
I think this is it.
Owens kicked out on his own right there. Now, lock up again.
Kevin Owens being
Drag
pressed
him here a
hard.
little bit.
A quick reversal by Kevin Owens.
The shoulder.
And the shoulders up in time.
Well, as long as it's up before that 3 count, that's all that matters.
All right, I'm going to wrap this match up. I'm getting
Somehow, he's
told
kicked
I
into
have to
another
take off
gear
here in a minute.
tonight. Got out of the way of that one.
So, as you can see, the ebb and flow of this has been a nice back and forth. Another signature. I wanted double finishers in case I had to use them.
Daigle, there it is.
Daigle with an impressive
Because
move here.
Owens has resiliency, and he will kick out when I pin him if he hasn't
What a
used it
display of
already.
power that was.
All right, so we'll call for it.
He's setting it up.
He reversed it. Amazing. Okay.
Incredible counter. Reverse. Kevin Owens showing his skill.
Owens calling for the finisher. And he's nailed it. Pop-up power bomb.
If you're just tuning in,
The shoulders are down. 1, 2. Whoa.
And he got it.
What a
All right.
tremendous victory.
So, very back and forth. Owens
Oh, that
comes
was a
out with the
match for
win.
record books. The WWE Universe will be
And
buzzing about this one for
unfortunately,
a while.
I'm dog sitting, and I have to go take care of the 4th dogs. So we let Owens get that match. He upsets the Intercontinental Champion. You guys can get the idea of the ebb and flow of the matches I'm putting up. I hope you guys have enjoyed
there
this
were some
video.
unbelievable
Please
highlights.
subscribe to me on
What's
YouTube.
this?
Follow me on Twitter at WWE Matt Mayhem. Also, the Matt Mayhem Show on Facebook. And I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Oh boy, that was a spectacular performance. Let's see what happened during that incredible matchup.
Here's your winner, Kevin Owens.
That's a big win for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, they both gave it their all, but in the end, we were left with the best man standing.
The arena is still buzzing over that great match.